Good day everyone, I am Cadet Captain Canlas, PG-R200000653, Lingayon ROTC Unit, 1st Community Defense Center, 1st Regional Community Defense Center Group, Army Reserve Command, Philippine Army. Our topic is basic signal communication. Signals are used to transmit commands or information when and other means of communication are not available, or during conduct of patrols, or during the thick of firefight, where verbal commands are difficult to understand. The use of signs are generally embodied in a unit's SOP, and all members are expected to know them by heart. Subordinates leaders are required to repeat the signal of their commander to ensure prompt and correct execution of the order by the men. Class rules: dress code, white round neck t-shirt and maong long pants. Microphone device should be muted. No sit-in audience during class session. Create a quiet workplace. Question will be entertained after class session. Unnecessary use of device, websites, and other applications during class session is prohibited. Our topic is basic signal communication. Enjoy listening.
Scope of presentation, definition of terms, advantage and disadvantage, tactical radio, radio telephone procedure, type of tactical radio, fundamentals of tactical radio communication, guidelines for transmission, phonetic alphabet, radio net diagram. So, definition of term, signal communication, a method or means or a combination thereof conveying information for one place or place to another except direct conversation. So signal, paghahatid ng information ng isang tao o lugar sa iba maliban sa direct na pag-uusap. Means of communication, a medium by which a message is conveyed from one person to another. Next, agency of communication, a facility which embraces the personnel and equipment to provide signal communication by any particular means or combination thereof. Comel Division Signal Battalion. So sa AFP, meron kasi tayo mga iba't ibang unit na nagbe-base sa signal, like Army Signal Recruitment, Division Signal Battalion. So we have different unit in signal. So, tactical radio set, it is a principal means of communication in tactical unit. It used for command, fire control, exchange for information, and administrative purpose between and within unit. So, pangunahing paraan ng communication is the radio set. Next, means of communication. Wire. It is used as a principal means of communication in all armed forces. This means of communication embraces all equipment using for laying, recovering wire, battery operated and sound powered telephones, switchboard, and teletype equipment when their use in authorized. So sa wire, yun yung nagko-connect para sa message to convey from one person to another. Okay, next. Radio. This means of communication is the most rapid one. It is the most frequently used for maintaining command, control, contact, and direct in contact. The radio has one distinct advantage over other means of communication. It has relatively high degree of mobility and flexibility, resulting from the fact that physical circuits are necessary to establish communication between radio stations. So this is the fastest way for relay a conversation or communication. Okay, next. Messenger. The use of messenger as a means of communication is preferred over the rest when maps and classified documents are to be transmitted to another operating units. Since time immemorial, messengers have been used a mean of communication. So yun, ever since naman, ang pangunahing communication natin ay ang pagsusulat. So a document message kung sino man yung gusto nating bigyan ng mensahe. Okay, next, visual signal. It used to control the action of the small unit. Over the years, a visual signal has been relegated to the role of an auxiliary means of communication, and a signal that is received by the eye regardless of how it is transmitted. Common sense definition from the visual signal: flag, signal, flares, and smoke. Signals have been used throughout the ages as visual means of communication have been deployed. So, different way for communication. Sa visual, meron tayong sign, like flag, letter, light. So, yun yung mga nagagamit natin. And then, so, nagagamit natin ay ang sense of sight natin sa visual signal. Next is sound signal. This means of communication is primarily to spread alarms. Normally, it is used to warn troops of an impending hostile air. Mechanized or gas attack signal received by an unaided ear, regardless of the method or transmission or sound means of communication. They may be transmitted by whistles, bugler, horns, weapon, and other noise-making device. Prearranged messages are transmitted through these means. As same sa sound naman, sense of hearing. Commonly sa sound signal ay may mga whistle, bump, paputok to make a noise. Okay, next. Capabilities of the radio. 1. Radio communication can be used more quickly than wire communication. Once mounted in the vehicle, radio equipment should be ready for use and does not require reinstallation. Radio is mobile. It can be used as serial ambitious vehicle and dismounted unit. Through the use of relay circuit, its communicates from a distance in case of VHF and HV. It has different mode of operation such as voice, radio, telephony, telegraph, teletype, visual transformation, and transmission. Okay. Limitation. Radio is a subject to equipment breakdown. Radio is a subject to interference. Radio is the least of secured means of communication. Tactical application. Main unit is moving or operating. It is necessary to maintain radio silence. Avoid necessary transmission. Transmit only when necessary emergency. So, medyo maingay kasi yun. So, we need to tactical movement to relay information using radio. Advantage of radio. Speed of installation. It is easy to establish than wire or another means of signal communication. So, pero, okay. Flexible. It is not fixed circuit are required to be constructed. It provides communication across impossible terrain over which it may be impractical to install wire. So, sa advantage ng radio, mas mabilis natin makapag-communicate sa ating kausap kasi hindi natin kailangan mag-install as a signal. Okay, sa disadvantage naman ng radio, lack of security. Radio is the least secured means. It is always assumed that interruption very time the transmitter is placed on operation. Subject for interception, radio is less vulnerable to enemy terrorism activity than wire. However, it is a subject for interference from precipitation and jamming to another station. So, meron kasi tayong frequency na kapag i-connect yun sa frequency, so baka merong makakonect ng ibang radio na maririnig nila kung ano yung pinag-uusapan so yun, pinag-uusapan natin. Okay, next, radio telephone procedures. Radio telephone procedure are set for using a radio or telephone, its speeds and exchange for of message and helps avoid errors. The rules listed below will help you use transmission times efficiently and avoid violations of communication security. Transmit clear, complete, and concise message. When possible, write them out for hand. Speak clear, loudly, slowly, and natural pace. Enunciate each word if a receiving operator must write the message, allow time for him to do so. Listen before transmitting to avoid interfering with other transmission. They always assume that the enemy is listening. So, bago ka magsabi ng message, kailangan maging klaro para maintindihan nila yung message. So, types of tactical radio set and its characteristic. RF 5800H manpack. Modulation frequency moduled FM. Frequency range 2 HMZ to 30 HMZ HF. Power input 23 to 30 VDC. Note radio shutdown at 21 VDC. So, yan yun. So, press to talk handset. So, ang radio to, medyo limit na yung gantong radio. Kaya, ang nakikita lang na natin ngayon ay mga handheld radio. So, okay, next. Ito. Harris RF 6800V age. VHF handheld radio. So, modulation, frequency modulated. Frequency range 30. So, yan. Transmission range, umaabot siya ng 5 to 7 kilometers. So, yan. Medyo magaan na siya. Handheld na lang siya. Hindi na tayo pinahirapan katulad nung iba. So, yan. Commonly, yun yung ginagamit sa security. And then, para mas mabilis yung communication. So, ito naman, next is R&S VHF manpack radio. So, ito yung ginagamit nila dati before na nasa operation. Ito ay manpack, medyo mabigat. And then, buong likod yung para siyang backpack. Okay, fundamentals of tactical radio communication. So, radionet, a group of several stations working together in the same frequency. So, magkakaiba ng station but same frequency. So, call sign, combination of characters, letter, and number of pronunciation. Pronounceable. So, individuals like tiger, ranger, yun yung mga call sign. So, next, net call sign, a call sign that identified all radio station operating in a particular net and using the same frequency. So same station and same call sign. So call, a method of establishing the communication whereby the station calling transmit the identity of the station called as well as his own identity. So for example, Bravo to Alpha, I am Alpha, and then tawagin ko yung Bravo, so Bravo to Alpha. Call Bravo to Alpha, ganun. So pro words are pronounceable words that have a sign meaning to facilitate transmission by radio. So mga pro words like Roger that, copy that, loud and clear. So mga pinaiksing salita para mas mabilis sa radio. So sa fundamentals of tactical radio communication, we have individual call sign. This call sign identifies as sign call to any station within the net. So we have Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta. So yun yung individual call sign. Pag naman yung sa Alpha to Delta, we have pag naman collective call sign, this call sign identifies two or more station in particular radio net but not all station in the net. So sa station natin, we have Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta. So yan yung individual call sign. Pero kapag collective call sign, so meron lang tayong kunwari Bravo and Charlie, yun lang yung nasa collective call sign lang. Okay, sa pro words naman, all after the portion of message to which one refer as all that which follows. So break, here I hereby indicated to separate in the next from other portion with the message. Correct? Are you correct? Are correct, or what you have transmitted is correct. I read back. The following is my response to your instruction to read back. I say again, I am repeating transmission of or portion indicated. I spell the next word phonetically. More to follow. Transmitting station has additional traffic for the receiving station. So over his is the end of the transmission to you, and response is necessary. So go ahead, transmitted, not to be used together with the pro word out. So another pro words, read back, repeat this entire transmission back to the exact as received. So Roger, I have received your message, your transmission satisfactory. Say again, repeat all your last transmission. So wait, I must pause for a few seconds. Wilco, I have received your message, understood it, and will comply. Welt out, I must pause longer for us few seconds. So yun, madami pang mga pro words na ginagamit sa ating radio communication. And also 10 codes. Yun yung 10-4, 10-2. So yan. Okay, next, guidelines for transmission. 1. Always write your radio message before transmission. So check muna tayo kung tama yung i-relay nating message. Always listening before before starting to talk so as not to interrupt other conversation. Kasi once na napindot mo na hindi pa tapos yung conversation, nonsense, hindi ka rin nila maririnig. So, speak distinctly and enunciate each word in normal tone to allow the receiving operator time and copying. So, we need to clear and loud yung pagsalita sa ating radio. Release the push to talk button immediately after completion of your transmission, otherwise you will not hear other station. So yun, bago ka magsalita, i-push mo muna yung button, and then magbilang ka ng mga 3 seconds bago ka magsalita para hindi magputol-putol. So sa phonetic alphabet, we have A hanggang Z. So alphabetical. So Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, Echo, Foxtrot, Golf, Hotel, India, Juliet, Kilo, Lima, Mike, November, Oscar, Papa, Quebec, Romeo, Sierra, Tango, Uniform, Victor, Whiskey, X-ray, Yankee, at Zulu. So yan yung mga phonetic alphabet natin. So sa usage naman, to identify individual R's of alphabet in a message, to spell out difficult or foreign words within a plain next message, precede by the pro words I spell, to transmit each character in encrypted groups. This will be done even if occasional groups in the encrypted text and pronounceable. It needs not be preceded by pro words I spell. Personal initials will be spoken phonetically, preceded by the pro words. Initial RB Montes will be spoken as initial Romeo Bravo Montes. So sa phonetical numerical naman, we have 0 hanggang 9. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5. So yan yung mga phonetical numerals natin. So yan, thank you and good day for the topic.